Good morning, everybody. Oh my god, can somebody, tell me what's happening here with NASDAQ? NASDAQ's just a freaking rocket. It's freaking rocketing. This is wild. I'm starting to stream a little bit later today because I figured it was like 10 a.m. news and I wanted to get my orange juice. Today, I got Trader Joe's orange juice, so it's not $15. We'll taste test this to see it. It's fresh squeezed, unpasteurized. They didn't have cold pressed. So we'll see how this goes while we wait for some news. How's everyone doing? Let me see the chat, how you guys voted. Was I supposed to shake this? Also, this is crazy. It's filled to the brim. I feel like I'm gonna spill it. I don't think, honestly, at least that has it going for it, because I feel like everything nowadays is not filled to the brim. Like, you got chips that's 50% air nowadays, right? Alright, I didn't spill too much. I spilled couple drops. You guys voted in the chat, 46% bullish. $46% bullish, eh? Alright. Let's have a little taste of this. A little bit pulp. It's good. Cold press, definitely better. I don't know. Definitely not as good as my $15 orange juice. It kind of has a Tropicana type taste to it. I don't like it that much. I won't be buying it again. I was just at Trader Joe's the other day because it was near my golf lesson, so bought some snacks. Haven't been there in months. So, I mean, what the hell are we gonna do, you guys? We already had a divergence at pre-market, and I was like, oh, maybe we'll have some type of short based on that. Nah, son. We just, we came back into this hourly or whatever. We swept a little bit, and then we just freaking mooned. I got a text from my assistant saying that we were mooning before the open, right? It looked like New York Open. But then, that's so funny, because the NASDAQ was hold my beer, and what we really did moon even more at the open. Right? Because I could see how he said that, right? It's 11-point bar here, and it did look kind of wild. And then at the open, what did we get? 27-point bar. Cool. How's everybody doing today? How was everybody yesterday? Yesterday was a fun day, chill vibes. I just took easy salad trade on Ninja Trader's live stream. It wasn't fun. It was kind of frustrating still, but hey, it worked out, right? So all's well that ends well. That's what they say, right? All's well that ends well. What happens, I got stopped at break even, and then I re-entered and it worked out. Saw a lot of people, take a loss yesterday or stop break even. So if that was you, that's all good, brother. It happens. Yesterday was one of the tougher price action days of the year because, well, so many, ES was just freaking a dead fish, right? What can you do? What are you guys thinking now? I feel like I should just poll the chat again for the bias again. Because, let's see. All right, vote in the chat. Like, oh my God, I'm so in love. Found you finally. Make you wanna say, eh, 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 eh. Oh my God. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, we have 10 a.m. news, which is why I was like, yeah, let me just wait until the news. Jolt's Jobs opening in some red folder. Like, typically, if we have something like that, I'll just wait and I'll see what the open does because, and plus, I didn't really. But this morning, I was mostly. I mean, you guys, those who, like, let me know in the chat if you watch my Ninja Trader, like, pre-market analysis. I basically show up at, like, 9 to 9:15 on their stream, and I did do, like, just what I think for the day, my bias, what I, like, my pre-market outlook, my bias, my mindset, my execution strategy, And I said I was mostly, like, kind of, like, I can't be long because there's just too much risk, and I was waiting for a short setup, and there's clearly another short setup, so what did I do? I marked out, like, this potential, like, 15-minute, there was a potential divergence, 15-minute shift, and I was thinking maybe at the open, how do we come into here, rejected, then I look for a short, but nah, son. NASDAQ said, hold my beer. What's going on with the NASDAQ? You good, brother? Because what ended up happening? We have earnings tomorrow after the close, and also the day after tomorrow after the close, like big tech earnings. And like those people, like people typically ask me, how do you know that, Tanya? Right? So I go to Earnings Whispers. Like they also have a Twitter, and here I can just hover. You see like all these big names here. You see hover. I can hover. It says Apple 4:30 p.m. July 31st, Meta 4:05 p.m. July 30th. Guys, I can't believe how fast July has passed. Insane. Before the news, though, I want to just put a little moment of silence for the victims of yesterday, the shooting in Midtown Manhattan, and their loved ones, because that was crazy. So I'm just going to have a little moment of silence. Thank you. Honestly, really scary stuff and devastating. Yeah, a gunman came into one of the buildings in Midtown Manhattan with like an assault rifle, and what do they call it, a long gun? I don't know. Huge gun, like a military grade gun, and yeah, he killed like 5 people. I don't know if it's been updated. He walked into the NFL headquarters, which super scary stuff, you guys. A good friend of mine works in the NFL management building. Thank God that they left work already. It was 6:30 when that happened, something like that, but they had left work already. Thank God. Because so this person went into the building headquarters of the NFL and BlackRock management. Like BlackRock is in that, it's a huge New York City building. Like there's a lot of offices and, especially Midtown. So rest in peace to those people that unfortunately lost their lives, and thoughts and prayers for the families. I got so scared. I was like, immediately was trying to get in touch with my friend. Scary. Plus, like I don't live in Manhattan. I live in Queens. But it's just in Manhattan on Saturday. I was at Central Park. I go to Manhattan all the time. Live nearby. I actually was supposed to go to a concert yesterday, the Gracie Abrams concert in Madison Square. But I bought those tickets a long time ago, and I really didn't feel like I had... Monday was exhausting price action. I already saw her live like 4 times. I bought those tickets in like January, and it was a Monday, and it was hot outside, all those things. I ended up selling them on StubHub for like a loss. And I kept lowering the price, and I was like, this is like trading right now. I'm just gonna eat the loss on these tickets so I don't have to go... I don't want to go to this concert, and I have a lot of stuff to do. I gotta get ready, pack for my trip. I gotta get ready and make more content for you guys too. People liked my recent psychology video I put out. But let me know if anything else. I think something that people will always ask is like, how do I find daily bias? Let me read the comments before the 10 a.m. news to see. Blackstone. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Clarification. Blackstone's like more like the equities management. Like, are they actually the same company though? One of them's more prestigious. All right. See, someone said they blew their funded yesterday. Sorry about that. On to the next. We've all been there. We've all blown a funded account. If you had never blown a funded account, I call bullshit. Tutorial how to manage multiple prop firms using trade copier, please. Okay. You know what? Yeah. I owe you guys that much. That's all right. I'm going to go to my little place where I organize things. That is in the queue. Here, I'm going to put that number 1. I did start a PowerPoint on that, like a presentation. And I just never continued it. SDSS has seriously helped you so much. You're welcome. SDSS. We love our acronyms on this channel. SDSS, FAFO, you know. If you don't know what SDSS stands for, you can check out my video. It's like, do this one thing to level up your trading in 2025. So they're shorting. What do I think? You know, this is pretty much the same type of vibe that I was getting from this morning already. We had already taken out, you know, yesterday's high. Now we just have an extra push to the upside. It's kind of wild. Yeah, I don't see why not, you know. Here we're puking. NASDAQ just completely took away the whole move, which is insane, right? Not that insane, but, you know, I like that, how volatile we have been since the open. You know, what's the range for the day so far? So many ways to love ya. 149. And somebody said that song gave them some flashbacks to their bad clubbing days. Yeah, 190 points on the NASDAQ is the ATR of the last 5 days. We moved 140 to the upside. Oof, sheesh, son. This is wild and schwild. Like, I don't even see that where the short was, to be honest. The entry. I suppose there. that inversion after it took swept that high. And what would have been the RR for that though? I feel like it's too much of a, oh, actually it's not that bad. It's a 30-point stop. Damn, it honestly looks like it's 50 or 100 points. Nah, that's probably the trade that I missed out on, but like, let's just keep shape reading. I'm sure there'll be something else at 10. Not sure, but we'll see. You can break it down. There's so many ways to love you. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so in love. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, let's update it. It was mostly bullish from the chat. Steven said, make sure you guys go to your happy place before you take a trade like Happy Gilmore. That's some great advice. Happy Gilmore 2 was so good. Oh my god. Let's mark out like previous day low. That's not out of the question, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, maybe previous day low is in play for ES and also NASDAQ. I don't see that out of the question if we find some more continuation. I want to see some manipulation again before that continuation, so we'll see. Let's see what's going on there. That being said, like kind of thinking of the way of, oh, there was a divergence at the high. There is high impact news. So maybe today we can find some continuation trades versus, you know, trying to trade, like trading high resistance liquidity run conditions. Yeah, maybe today is a low resistance one. I mean, that would be fun and great, but you know, got to keep in mind also it's earnings week. So, let's see, NASDAQ and ES, they're still green on the day. All that, we're still green on the day, so I don't feel as though if I were to short, as though it's like too late and shorting in a discount or something, you know? I love saying you know? I love it. Okay. I don't know, I'm definitely a little shooken up from that yesterday. From that Midtown Manhattan gun violence. Okay. Yeah, I just don't understand, like, the security of the building. I just don't understand. Like, do they not have guns? Like, this guy just like was walked in with a insane. This huge gun. So, like, let's think about this. This huge move to the upside can totally be to the, like, extended. Like, when did it start? The swing starts from free market, to be honest with you. From here to here. Like, Yeah, I don't see why NASDAQ couldn't get to this -1 standard deviation of it. Or does it line up with anything here? Previous day low? Nah. Let's look on the 5 here. Also just take this. 5 is clean. Clean always. Alright, let's take this one off. It's the 5-minute. Not lined up with much. So let me just take this. Essentially, I can see this being an area of interest. This is a 4-hour fair value gap and order block and a discount. I'll take a look when that happens. If that happens, we have news in about 3 minutes. $2,300 people watching. Wow, what a ES kind of leading back up. You know what would make me super sussed out is if ES took out like 930 high. That would make me super sussed out. Like if ES just decides to be stronger. Let's take a look at ES on the 5. It's just retracing to, oh my gosh, that 15 minutes wild. I gotta just wait for a little bit now because like we did just sweep London low. I'm gonna wait for 10 a.m. news. What's my bias today? I would say neutral / bearish. So basically I feel like at the 10 a.m. news, I'll get an idea of whether we're going to have continuation lower or whether we're going to have range just back and forth, like so you can destroy high resistance run, you know. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so in love. Alright. How you doing, Chris Fisher? How you doing, Fana? Trades. 2 regulars I've noticed in the chat. How's everybody doing? Oh, 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 oh my god. SkyMax, I'm not good. He's on a losing rate. Oh, sorry. Hey, Tanya, why does MNQ Wix have crazier than NASDAQ? I talked about this during Ninja Trader today. Yesterday. It's simply like, it's just easier to manipulate that market because there's less, like, there's less volume if you take into account the fact that there's 10 micro NASDAQ in one NASDAQ. It's just an easier market to manipulate. With smaller contracts, you know, and less thinner volume than the NASDAQ. There's more people trading the NASDAQ than the micro. Like, in terms of, like, banks are not trading micro NASDAQs, you know? So it's just going to happen. I don't know if it happened. How many times did it happen yesterday? I think it just happened once that micro NASDAQ took out that low and NASDAQ didn't. Like, seriously, it was crazy. The low that I put a stop on my NASDAQ trade, apparently micro NASDAQ took it out. But regular NASDAQ like kept it in play. Like I didn't get stopped out, but if I had taken it on the micros, I would have. I mean, that doesn't really happen often at all. I think I can think of 1 or 2 times that happened to me where when I was trading the micros, right? And that's frustrating, but like, just kind of have to think like, okay, that's just part of the game. Here's the 10 a.m. We didn't really do much, to be honest with you, but we came back into this area. Seems like we're rejecting it again. It's like a 5-minute bearish situation. I'm happy that it doesn't seem like we're more bullish on ES. Where's previous day low? Let's see ES, like. And that's a long way to go for previous day low, but to be honest, it's not too out of the question. So like, let's take a look at the RTH gap. I don't see why we wouldn't or can't fill this to the downside. I just have to frame the trade. No, that's what I wanted to do with ES, right? I wanted to see, we already had come back into this 4-hour for ES, so yeah, if we kind of take this out again, I could see continuation towards yesterday's low. So otherwise, I think this is completely actually rebalanced. See this high, this high, 25.50, this low, 25.50. Yeah, so I think if we take this out on ES, we could have some continuation down towards previous day low. Let me take a look, see. Yeah, I could see that. Nasdaq definitely bleeding. Nasdaq about to bleed down to new low day. So yeah, what did we get? We got like retraced, couldn't even retest the 930 again. We're gonna take new low day out, Nasdaq. Let's see. See, what are we at here? Okay, 0.29%, 0.11. I'm like trying to remind myself though, if I get into a trade, I'm not gonna go for a hero trade, you know? Someone said 1 minute entry. Yeah, there was certainly this is like a 1 minute. Where's the first presented FEG here? Nasdaq. Here. I mean, if it's such a large 930 candle, I'll take the 930 for a value gap as the first presented one. Even ICT said something like of the sort, right? ES, not even near its low, so that's a little weird for now because it was weaker than Nasdaq to start the day, right? Nasdaq did not take out new low day yet. You know, so this is an intermediate term low for ES, I would say. ITL, because it completely filled in this imbalance on the 4 hour, right? So I would think that if we had more upside, this would stay in place and we just go hold this. But if we break this, I would think that we're going to go for the next low, which is previous day low. This certainly a large wick, and it took out London low. So right now, I'm essentially just waiting to see if we're going to break. If we're going to have the indices go in tandem to the downside. Yes, kind of trading a little thinly. See NASDAQ. What's NASDAQ up to? I think NASDAQ could definitely get to here. This is the 4 hour. And I think this is similar, the RTH, yeah. So like, this just would fill the gap. It's not even looking for previous daily low. I'm definitely weaker on NASDAQ right now. And this could definitely be a low resistance liquidity run day. It has potential for it, which just means like the high that took out the low will stay intact. So this will stay intact. This is a high that took out this low. I'm gonna wait and see this. I want to see ES catch up essentially. Also, we could potentially come back into here, equal highs into 930 into first presented fair value gap. I don't know. I'll continue just tape reading right now. What is this? NASDAQ plus 32%. 0.32%. I don't care that much about this low. We already took out this. I mean, this FEG, it's in such a discount. We took out this low the day. Like some people might be waiting for that to go long. I don't see. We took out previous hourly low. This is just insane. Oh my gosh, this hourly candle on NASDAQ is freaking insane with its wicks. I didn't even notice until now. Oof. What do you guys think? No, he did not say that tiny trades. He said if we have 830 red folder or if we open above or below RTH relative equal highs or equal lows, we can use 930 as first presented fair value gap. Thank you. That sounds similar to what he said. 830 red folder. Or if we open above or below. Yeah, well, I'm going to take it into my own hands and say, there's a big ass FEG at the open. I care about it. You could say these are equal lows. These are equal lows down here too. Previous daily low. Alright, so. What is this? The 30-second get out of my face. Alright. So, I mean, I'm gonna wait and see. I prefer for shorts if we kind of take this out and we wick into here, then I'd go and then have a structure break to the downside. I'd look for shorts. So I'm going to write that down actually so I don't forget. Where's my pen? All right, so, and also if there's like a SMT, but we don't need another SMT, I don't think. Okay, if NQ sweeps and rejects, and then M1, MSS or inversion. Well, I could count like an inversion as a market structure shift sometimes. Depending on this structure, but specific one, yeah. Then short. Okay. So let's take a look, see. I can see people, even longing this, I mean, hey, it's not bad long. SMT, previous hourly low, swept. Long from here. To here would be 1R, just about. To 50% of this range. Where's 50% of this range, by the way? I do care about that. It's about 1.4. So anyway, let's take a look-see. ES kind of just dead. Kind of funny. Where's ES's first presented fair value gap? All the way here, Right? That's up here too. I like then 2 minute. They're probably connected. Yeah. I'm gonna stay on the 2 minute ES because on the 1 minute it's sparse. Yeah, I mean, I don't see an issue with trying that long here. I just don't know if I want a long, when I think it could be a potential continuation down situation. I'll tape read that. Why won't I take the long? I don't know. Some neutral / bearish I could. I don't remember now. It's because I was waiting. I want to see a sweep here to short. So, you could argue SMT at the low, right? I could see that work, and I can see that holding for push back up to here. Thing is, you also have SMT at the highs, so, but ES is like stronger nowadays when it started weaker. So like the SMT at the highs isn't really doing much for people at the moment. Let's take a look how that's gonna hold. I think it was just like a 30-second that I marked out, right? Yeah, 30-second. Yeah, I just see that's mostly wise. Like I see that this is a potential area to reprice to on NASDAQ, S&T at the highs. It's more of like just how the 4-hour looks like and the hourly that I can't really be buying here. It's buying in a premium. So I'd rather just see potential continuation lower. At the moment. NASDAQ isn't bleeding a bit lower. We'll see if it hits new low day. Yes, you're staying on the 2-minute. You're ugly. Let me put this up higher. Can take me higher. Whatever, it's good enough. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Having my personal assistant come over today. She's gonna help me pack and just stay on task for, what did you guys say you want? You want the Replicanto tutorial, the how to copy trade multiple firms, same time. Okay. Bias video. Okay, let me see what else I got in them. Ew. Yeah, I mean, if I was in the long right now, I'd be sweating a bit. That's for sure. Or, you know what? It feels as if we had this huge move before 10. Watch us barely move. Damn. I want more volatility. What's the range of the day right now? What's the low? 503. What's the high? 651. I mean, it still has like another 50-point range left in the day if it wants to do it. So, like I said, if what I'm looking for, actually, I wrote right what I wrote down. I'm looking for hopefully a little sweep of this, and then we have a market structure shift, and I'd go for like this. That's what I'd look for. Or an SMT versus this high. It's with ES, that's fine as well. Let's see. That's this high. Maybe ES takes us out, NASDAQ doesn't, has a shift and goes lower. I don't know. We'll see. Nasdaq's certainly hanging on by a thread here. But so far, what we have seen though, is that since it hasn't taken this high before it made a new low, Nasdaq is following like low resistance run conditions, right? It's respecting the high before the low. And on the 5, we tapped back into it. Broke lower. Retracement here now again. It couldn't even come back again into here, so we'll see. I mean, no. Have you taken a trade today? If so, what was it? Be honest. Did you take long, short? I didn't take a trade yet. Honestly, I thought I waited for 10. Basically, I waited for 10. We had all the fun before 10. You could still have more fun. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if it, maybe it breaks this low with a huge displacement, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna put my stop there and just go for this. Because then, what would that mean? It would mean that this low resistance liquidity run is being respected, and the last swing high would be here. So, however, it's not doing that yet. There might be people still trying out longs, Let's see. Someone said they shorted the top for a 5-point stop loss. It closed way too early. Didn't expect that drop. Okay. Someone took a short W. Nice. Someone lost on a short. That's tough. Someone said we ain't going higher no more. Someone sold DJI. It's just like the YM on the 930 candle. Cool. Yeah, I typically have all the other. So I have, YM, RTY, NQ, and ES on 15-minute also on like one of my other screens. So I always have like a gauge of the whole market. The whole market's kind of weak right now. Yeah. Yeah. They're all looking a little weak. See heat map. To be honest, that's not very helpful. Yeah. Okay. That's S&P. Let's see NASDAQ. All right, Tesla's down 1.5. It's definitely mixed. Nvidia's up 1%. I think we could rebalance to this. It's just a matter of how are we going to do it. I'm trying to see if maybe there's a divergence with the Dow at some point here. The 956 candle is what I'm looking at here. It looks it just looks different. NASDAQ slowly making its way down to here. I mean, let's see how it reacts at this new low day if it gets there. Took out, swept new low day. Wicked's new low day. Alright, close below new low day, and that at the end of that candle, next candle is looking stronger. Alright. I'm trying to see where's the fair value gap here. Alright. I just took a London low, but alright, I'm taking that. So I'm thinking that, right? It's a low resistance liquidity run. It's just kind of tough because of this is a swing high before the last swing low. I'm gonna have it 50 this like this. This is the break. No, it's not a breaker, it's a mitigation block. It's a riskier type of trade. You know, I think I'm shorting a discount. And that's a fair, valid point, but we've been making lower lows and respecting last high. It's just a matter of thinking which high it is. Like, it could be this high. I'm just trying to think of what's the proper stop situation here. I'd be mad if I did the wrong one, though. But I think this is a mitigation block. 2-1, 21. Do this right. Yeah, okay, I like this. Yeah. Alright. Where did my entry go? 54? Okay. Yeah. ES again didn't make a new low here, actually. Maybe see ES drop and take out this intermediate term low. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. Okay. 21.25. It didn't hit this high here. Like, it's still remaining intact. The swing. You could say that this is a swing high before the swing low taken. True. But just like this one here, and a little mini one got taken out. I don't like that close. I don't like that ES better start looking weaker soon. Otherwise I'm gonna get stopped out. Let's see. Alright, it is starting to look weaker soon. Back at break even. I'm feeling better about the trade now. A little stressful there for a minute. We'll see. We'll see. Still anything could happen. Where do 3 PD arrays fail, right? It would be 1, this inversion is 2, this like mitigation is 3. So that's why I have it here. Yeah. And plus I kind of just include this order block. Just including some in case it does like to sweep a little bit of trendline liquidity that I don't get in trouble too much. But obviously I prefer now that we drop and fail here because yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that are looking to. I mean, this inversion failed earlier. But this could. Hey, this one could end up working for people if they end up wanting to take this. See 35. The hourly. Stopped it again. I don't like that ES isn't dropped lower yet. I don't like this trade anymore. Nope. I cut this trade before it gets there. -12. I'm cutting it. Yes, never dropped. No bueno. We don't want to do much else here. The NASDAQ. Okay, let's mark this out. I'm seriously gonna like rage if this ends up going to the target in the next 10 seconds. This is really leaking. Damn. Let me go back on the 2-minute for ES because it's freaking so ugly. Bro, this is like so hard to trade this. Alright, let's see. It's hard to trade this. I don't know if I want to get back into something. It's kind of just wild that this is literally like the S&P right now. I mean, we rejected this. Three-minute. I have a feeling I should just get back in here. Alright, I'm just gonna get back in and I'm not gonna do anything much else. Yeah. Getting back in. And letting this one work to the stop loss or TP. 521. And I think my OG stop was something like this. Yeah. And the 2. Yeah. Okay. I went back in. And I'm just gonna let this work out, whether it works or not. I'm gonna accept it might just be a grindy type of trade. Yeah, okay, that's my stop loss here. And straight up, I'm just gonna close my eyes. Like, I don't want anything to do here with, micromanaging this. Three is here. I'm just worried I might get wicked out. That would kind of suck, but whatever. It's reaching again into this area. It's like it waited for me to re-enter. Let's see here. Moment of truth. Are we going to reject or go to my stop? I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I trust I put my stop in a decent place, you know? Maybe not because of this, like, trend line thing, but whatever. Let's see. It's making its way back uptown, yes. I can't, like, by the way, if I take this loss here, it's totally fine. Just walk away for the day. Because, what was I doing? I was thinking like low resistance run lower because we just can't take out a swing high. And then clearly I'm wrong then. You know, if it decides to sweep out again and then take out a high again, it's just like me, like tougher price action for me to follow. Like straight up in barcoding since 10. So anyway, let's take some buy side there. You know, maybe I should have been more patient instead of shorting at the bottom here. But we'll see. I'll be well if it ends well. But we'll see. What time is it? 10:42? Okay. I'm sure people ask you, like, what's your stop situation? I mean, the stop is where 3 PDREs fail, right? So it'd be like 1. It's hard. I wouldn't gauge this as an order block. I don't really take any liquidity. This one is a little bit better. So, and then this inversion. I mean, so I'm not allowing, what was it, 50% of this? Nah, whatever. Yeah, I might not have the right stop. That's okay. That I'd learn if I end up having the wrong stop there. Kind of just like midpoint of the order blocks. Well, ES is starting to drop. We're dropping lower. Isn't it crazy how this whole drop is happening? I'm still not even at break even. So that's how much of a bad entry I took there. But I mean, the stop loss and the TP works out decently, so it's fine. Yeah, I would think that was probably then the manipulation. I'm going to put my stop here then. Because I wouldn't want it to stay in the trade if it came back all the way again here. ES just decides to pause. I think ES should take out this low. You know, you have a manipulation here, if you want to call it that. But if we made we swiped out some highs there. So my stop's there now. It'd be nice if we drop. You know, ES now taking out new low of day. It'd be nice for NASDAQ to follow suit. I think it stopped right where I wanted it to, so that's good. Okay. ES, don't you dare just like wick this in reverse. I'm taking out an intermediate term low. I think we puke more here. I think we could go into previous day low, to be honest with you, but it's dependent on how the market wants to deliver to there. Like, can we have some more low resistance run? That'd be great. That would be great. So I'm risking 20 to make like 35. That's decent. It's pretty good. It's almost 2R. I would want this to reject NASDAQ. In fact, I'd like almost want to add, but I don't want to add that much. I'd want this to reject. Add 1. Add 1. There. Want this BPR to reject. Swept. Give a. I mean, this is now a breaker, fair value gap. What's this high? Yeah. We just broke an intermediate term low in ES. You would think we could at least get to new low day for NASDAQ. Let's put ES on the 2 again. Yeah, ES is on the 2. Let's see it. How many people are watching? Let's see it. Probably, it'd be funny if it's 3,000 people watching me in this trade. Yeah, I'm in shorts. I think to here is like reasonable to ask. I even added, I had a shitty entry. Cut it. Took it again. Didn't get stopped. Added. Let's see. ES is good. Looking good. Let's start flopping down. NASDAQ is looking good too. Rejected from this area. I said I wanted it to reject from, right? Breaker and fair value gap here. But mostly I was kind of looking at this BPR. Yeah. It already repriced this area. Dropped. Now really I want it to drop like a flop. Drop like a rock because we don't really need to go back up again. We balanced it a billion times. Don't need this London low here anymore. So. If we get to new low day, I'd take off what I added here, right? Well, so far it's looking good, especially if we drop heavy here. Bro, can we not wick this? Like, can we not? Can we just drop? Continue dropping? Like, can we not? Wick this bullshit again. I'm just gonna chill right now. No matter what it wants to do. I mean, come on, we're like still green on the day for NASDAQ. It's 10:50 right now. I would think that this is what's gonna happen. I'm thinking floop, floop, floop. Right, we already did. Tapped a little bit. It looks good. That's what I think will happen for 10:50 macro. And that is happening right now, so that's good. You guys like my sound effects? I think I need to keep that magic paintbrush going. Keep it on. It's blue now. It used to be red. Hit the like button. I had balls to add there, and I did. I'm happy. Floop, floop, floop. You low day NASDAQ, come on. Let's see it die. This is a good timing. I'm happy. It's 10:50 right now. Like, I think this is a good time right now to be in this trade. That I could distribute quick. Let's go. Yeah, it certainly is, It broke that intermediate term low. It's dying slowly, but it's gone. It's weak. It's certainly weak. Very weak, right? So I would think that what's ES's like standard deviations vibes? Like on the 5. Where are your vibes at? Okay. A new low day, NASDAQ. Alright, I said I'd take off what I added. I just did. I took a partial there from what I added from up here. Right? Holding the rest. Can we, like, please not do some BS and come back up again? Like, I think that we should distribute during this 1050 macro. In fact, I don't know. I like kind of want to have... whatever. Yeah, this is a good... It's a good TP. Said it's like 2R. It could probably go even more, but... What I say, like, ES could go to yesterday's low then. I mean, I'll have a runner on. I think NASDAQ is okay to have a runner on today. Let's see this. 21.50. Buy limit 1. 21.50. Stop loss should be break even now. Wasn't that a scary trade? Hit that like button. Come on, that was a hard trade to do. That's a hard trade. Come on. Alright, TP about to get hit there. I just want to see how it reacts to here. Then I'll decide on the rest. Stop loss should be break even now, of course. Slam through it. Come on, NASDAQ. Woo. Okay, top TP hit. Hit that fucking like button. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. I'm gonna have the other one at like 500. I mean, where's previous day low? I don't want to have it there, but like I'm just gonna. I have it there just for like in case it just falls apart, right? But this is definitely a part where I'm looking at this reaction, and that's a wick. I'm gonna get the fuck out. I'm out. TP hit. TP hit. WWW. That was a tough one, but we did it. And we added. I did it. Added. Woohoo! Yes! I'm happy. Secured the freaking bag there. Secured the bag. With a shit-ass entry, so don't even, like, I wonder how many people were watching and fading me. But there was so much time to get into this trade because it took forever. Seriously. And it made it did the thing where I wanted something earlier, where it swept some highs, and then, broke down. That's why I had to add. I just had to add there, even though it was... So anyway, let's see what else is up. I think, if you haven't noticed, there's a new prop firm on my banner, by the way, Funding Ticks. I have partnered up with them recently because I think that they're one of the bigger firms that's going to come in and be in the future space and be big. So basically, they're huge in Forex. Like, they paid out $140 million. I started out some accounts with them. They have straight to funded and they have regular eval accounts. I took the straight to funded ones. So I just want to let you guys know I'm also trying out those accounts. And you guys should definitely check them out because basically their whole thing is they don't do any payout denials. Like, sure, maybe if you like totally bent the rules and then they'll still pay you out and then just ban you afterwards, which is fair, but they won't deny the payout to you. That's what I like about them. They're huge in Forex. So I trust that they have enough like capital to pay people out, not F people over. And yeah, that's why I wanted to update everybody on that now that the trade's over as well. So that was a freaking wild trade. Why did I know like that was going to be, it was like a nail biter when it came up to here. It was like, 3 points away from my stop. But I said it. I said, I cannot, I'm hands off the mouse. I just have to let this do its thing. Like I thought it could just take out some trend line liquidity like this, right? That's not out of the question. It did here. And, that's why I kind of just, put put the stop a bit above this and a bit above, slightly above some highs, some trend line highs, because you figure that it could take out some of the lower ones. So I put it, where was it, like here, 79-ish. But yeah, so in addition to those other prop firms that I use, I'm now using Funding Ticks as well. And only for the rest of the week, they're having 35% off. So check them out. It's linked. It's pinned in the chat. If you trade funded accounts like I do both. I copy trade from my live into funded accounts. If you trade them live, funded accounts like I do, which is an amazing way to make money, build up with a small amount of risk, which is why I support prop firms, honestly. Like, people ask, why do you do it? Because there's no other thing in life in general where you can just put that little of an investment of like a risk reward situation and actually get out of the rat race. There's no other situation where you can put in a few $100 and you could take out tens of thousands of dollars, unless you're trying to freaking like parlay something. I don't know. Because this trading is skill, but this is like, finally, there's no excuse for amount of capital. I remember when I was first starting out in 2020, and it was a bull market. It was easy. Like, if you bought, I was just longing everything, and I literally was hoping, I wish I had more capital, because then I'd make so much more money. And it was just about of how much capital you have. Well, now there's no more excuse for that, right? Yeah, so I'm happy where I exited this trade too, because you can see it has been wicking this area. So yeah, check out Funding Ticks. They're running a sale for the rest of the week, only 35% off if you use code Tanya. It's a way to support the channel if you use my code. And yeah, we come in every day here at 9:15. Show all my trades, wins or losses. See when I enter, re-enter. It's all on the screen there. I say it out loud too. I'm not a streamer that hides what's happening. The good, the bad, the ugly. Shout out to the chat that's always been there. For Funding Ticks, people probably have questions about it. Do I have... Hi, Tanya. Hi, Tanya, can you answer my question? What makes you happy about trading compared to a job? No brainer. Trading is all about time freedom. What you want to do. You do what you want to do. Freedom. You trade when you want to trade. Some people don't believe in macros. A tiny trade hit exactly in the macro time. Even here, the entry was before that. Exactly. Yeah, my entry was before the macro time, and then it happened. I had said 1050 was a perfect time. I did draw it, and I said, I think this is what it'll do, right? And it did. It was just sick. That was pretty sick. I said it's a good time to be in this trade. Macros. Woohoo! Yeah, Castillo, you should definitely, definitely, the blue arrow, maybe that's even better than the red. Someone said, no, I fell asleep. What did I work on when I was a scientist? I did rat surgeries on rats, to study atherosclerosis. Tanya, can you please remind me what the most important? I would say most important macro is 950 to 1010, 1050 to 1110. We made the money. Make it the money. How many? Let me ask them the question. Yeah, Funding Ticks has Trade Evade, Ninja Trader, and Trading View. I use always. This is the thing. If you use Trade Evade, it's like the easiest way to copy trade between firms. Because Ninja Trader owns Trade Evade, so then you could have Ninja Trader and copy. You can add as many Trade Evades you want into that, so you can copy trade between firms too. Okay, for Funding Ticks, you can have up to $300,000 in allocated capital. So, I go for this, the 0 accounts. But you could also just, because I don't want to do the evals. I'm up to that point in my career. I'm just like, just want to go straight into it, pay up a little bit more. But you could also just go for their Pro Plus. Oh, but the good part, they just changed that you could take out up to $200,000 in simulated capital before they transition you to live. So you can take out payouts of $200,000 from the simulated funded accounts that you get, $200K into your bank account, real money, until they transition you to the live account. But yeah, it's basically the sister company of Funding Pips, Funding Ticks. But I basically met with their team, and I saw they gave me their whole office tour, everything. It's like 130 people working for that company. So I definitely have a lot of confidence in them that they're going to come up. They're going to be a big name now in futures as well. So wicked, I did retrace. I want to see ES, actually. You know what? Let's see ES. Broke that intermediate term low. Let's see if it ends up going for that previous day low, right? And it kind of probably should, in a way that is low resistance, which is why I kind of felt okay. That's, you guys, that's the reason why I decided to like go for the, let's see, the trade here, even though like it already took out new low day, because we were seeing its 10 a.m. news, high impact news, and the market was moving in a way that kept previous high before the swing low intact, right? This one. So I figured this rebalance. Yeah, here we are going lower. We're going lower. So this was area where there was a roadblock. Definitely stop, pause there. See, retraced. How much did it retrace? You gotta go from where it started, the meltdown. You go from the swing high to here. It did retrace 50%. The 5, it looks cooler, actually. But damn, son, was that an easy short? No, because I sat around in it for a while. The macros. Next time I just wait for macro time. Maybe. Still worked out anyway. Doesn't really matter. You don't have to like nitpick everything, but I'm always trying to improve, right? You always want to be in like the most stress-free trade as possible. And that's almost like an oxymoron, because no matter, honestly, yeah, sometimes trading is just chill, but a lot of other times it's stressful. I would say more times it's chill than stressful. Yeah, payout policy for funding ticks. Yeah, sure. Let's get into that. I can just pull it up. Make sure I don't say anything. Basically, yeah, you can request every 7 days, which is nice. $7 days for the master stage, which is what I have. I take the master stage, 7 days for that, every 7 days, and then Pro Plus, which is if you do the eval, it's every 5 days. So they have two kinds. They have Pro Plus, which is you pass the eval first, and they have 25K, 50K, 100K, and you could have up to 300K of allocated capital. So the way that you want to do it is up to you, because you can copy trade accounts also. So for the eval stage, like let's go for like a 25K. Profit target's 1,500. There's no daily loss limit, which is nice. So you'll just have max loss 1,000 on the 25K. Consistency is 40% in their eval stage. For 50K, this is actually a really nice profit target to end of day to the loss ratio. For 50K for the eval stage, it's almost 1-to-1. Wow, this is one of the most friendliest ones. And then 2-to-1 for 100K. So the trailing loss is 3,000, the profit target is 6,000. So it's easiest to pass. Actually, the 50K accounts, because your profit target is 2,000, your trailing loss is your profit target is 2,500. Your end of day trailing loss, it's not intraday, is 2,000. You just need to take 3 days because its consistency is 40%. So you can pass it in 3 days. Max contract's 40. So that's what I would probably do, is like take the 50K Pro Plus. If I didn't already just have the zeros for 100K zeros. So you just go straight into it. So if you use code Tanya, you'll get 35% off. It's actually really friendly there. And you can take, every 5 days, you can take a profit payout. But 90% split. Yeah, so they already paid out 120 million between like those two companies. And they just started basically on futures market like a few months ago. Now they're getting more seriously into it. They just changed a bunch of their rules where they listen to the traders. That's what I also like. They listen to the traders. They got rid of the daily loss limit. So now there's just the end of day loss. So yeah. I'm still also trading my other accounts as well at different prop firm companies. But I do want to highlight them because that's honestly like the most friendly that I just looked at, right? 2,500 profit target for that eval for the 50K and 2,000 daily loss limit. I mean, total loss limit. What do you guys think for the rest of the day? I think that we can take out previous day low on ES. Just no matter how it's going to do it, which it has been low resistance liquidity run, but I just don't love that there's not really a intermediate swing high to trade against right now. So that's probably what I would be looking at. Like we can kind of pause here, just completely rebalance this BISI. Right? So that's where I think, oh, maybe that we... Okay, I just got a donation. Thank you, Trader Tom. Let me just finish my thought here. Yeah, you can see that we completely... Let me just see. Filled this in. Right? So the fact that we didn't make like a swing high that fills in the BISIs, like I don't really trust this swing high so much to stay intact, because there is some room above it, you know. Plus it's going into 11 a.m. now. So because of that, it can retrace a little bit. I would probably just wait to see that happen. Another manipulation, essentially. Let's see NASDAQ. NASDAQ. It's a little bit more complicated because NASDAQ, you know, 4-hour zone right now. We gotta let it digest. It might just digest around here. I would probably wait and see maybe the afternoon. Yeah, yeah, that's what I would think. The afternoon, we do something like this and then like sweep something, looks scary, and then maybe. That being said, though, this might even happen tomorrow because of the ATR. Now I remember a lot. This is also why I like this target, because with the ATR, this is like 200 points. This is within the daily range of the ATR. It's not asking for more than I need. Okay, let's get to that question from Trader Tom. Trader Tom says, thanks for the donation. He was in a similar trade. He took final profits at NDOG, but initial TP hit at just 0.5 R. I think I'm taking profits too early. His total trade at the end was 1-1 R final. What do you think? That's a good question. You're saying that like your first target was 0.5 R? Yeah, I'm not taking the profit at first target typically if it's 0.5 R unless I like move the stop. And now it's dynamically like a 1 R, 2 R. What did you say, NDOG? To be honest, I think NDOG is when, I don't really use NDOG so much. It's like a new day opening gap. It's probably like 6 p.m. It's not the 6 p.m. open. You could put on the indicator NDOG. What was your initial? Isn't this NDOG? I think you're saying that's your final TP. Oh, you took your final profits there. Yeah, your initial TP is too, yeah, I don't take it if it's 0.5 R, honestly, because then it's not worth the trade. I wouldn't take the trade if it was just a 0.5 R. Like minimum is 1 R, absolute minimum. Most of the time it's 1.5. So I would just hold for wherever your second TP was. I mean, this is where I held. I took one off at new low of day, right? But that from here to here. So let's say I entered here for that one, for the one I added. So that was dynamically, that was about a 2R. And then I held the rest for here. And that was was I risking, you guys? I said it before. About 20 to make 35. Almost 2R. Probably like 1.8. But I want to say, don't get caught up too much in the RR of things, especially recently. At the end, if you took 1R, like total trade, that's good. This is the kind of market we're in right now. It's really, really hard. I'm just kind of taking the easy trade. So if it's like, if I like the trade where it's like, oh, that's high probability it's going to get there, and it's a high probability it's not going to take out that stop, like, just leave it like that. I think yesterday is my trade with, how would you say, Ninja Trader. You can look at my long I took yesterday. Was, oh my god, what garbage this was yesterday. My long yesterday, I was looking at this. I even took a long somewhere here, and then I got stopped out break even during this pullback, and then I re-entered here. Yeah, I re-entered somewhere in here, and I basically put my stop here, and TP was here. This was 1-to-1R at the end. Pretty much 1-to-1R. Something like this. Even it could even be like, yeah, something like this. It was yesterday. And I did enter after here. Yeah, even less than that. Like it was, and then that's it. I just took the profit there. It was worth, I remember I was risking 20 to make 18, just about 1R. And I took it off because everything here up here is so jagged. Was jagged, and I knew that this was like the high probability trade, and I knew that it was a Monday. Was yesterday no news? Yeah, Monday no news, right? Ahead of a large week of earnings and news. And more importantly, ES was being a bum yesterday. It was literally such a bum near the lows while I was in those longs. I'm always calling ES a bum. All right, here it was. Right, literally, this is ES down here as NASDAQ was all the way up here. Like, ES was literally at the lows when I was in here. And all of that makes me think, like, it's going to be a high resistance liquidity run conditions. And today, I said potential low resistance liquidity run, which made me feel okay to enter this. Yeah, I mean, you could have put a stop here, but I feel like that was just too much. I didn't get stopped, which is good. I added, could have, if I had gotten stopped, I would have re-entered here. Anyway. And even here, there's a couple of tries to get into the short. But yeah, your ES is bleeding towards that previous day low. It's going well. It's good. Going well there. It's only down 0.12%. That's why it's like possible for it to do that. And the reason why I had thought as soon as it broke this, it could get here, because this previous low completely rebalanced this. Failed to go up higher. We broke it again, so we broke an intermediate term low there. An intermediate term low breaks, like the bullish shift, the bullish structure is over for now, right? We'll go for the next low. All right, let's see. Anything else, Fernando, before I take off? Any other questions that are relevant? Don't ask me, are you single or whatever else. You guys always ask me. Look at those guns, though. My personal trader killed me yesterday. They're definitely getting more defined. Like, my shoulders are more defined, too. I'm stronger now. Woohoo! Also a little tanner, too. There's no more questions. You know, I'll answer more questions about funding ticks tomorrow if you have them. Am I going to go to Chicago for a Ninja Trader meetup? Unfortunately not, because I'm going to be in Europe. Do I take any supplements like protein powder? No. Just remember that trade interview you've done, and you put a big emphasis on holding on to winners. Yeah. Yeah, Pax is great. Like, he talks about holding on to winners and such. The thing is, you have to know the environment you're in too. So that takes time. And if you look at the daily, right? If you just look at the daily for NASDAQ and ES, like so much has been consolidation. There's slow grind up, right? It's been really hard to work with. So unless we start getting larger, and you can see the ATR, right? What I mentioned earlier. Look how tiny it is now, right? Typically, NASDAQ averages like 300 points. 300 points a day. Look how much it's dropped off here. This is the lowest it's been, literally since like 2 years ago. Since a year last May. That didn't last that long. So, yeah, right now, unless this starts going up, we can start getting larger ranges on the daily. There's no point for me to hold on to winners for that long. I think today is a good, me holding on to winners because it's pretty good. 35 points, I'll take it, you know. Being said, I remember when I was like, okay, yeah, I would have held my winner if we just kind of flopped through this. We wicked it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to hold even for this retracement. 20-point retracement, nah. Because just rather take it. This was the ATR for the day. Average ATR was reached here. Had we like flopped through this, then it would probably hold until ES hit previous daily low. But that's it. Like, there's nuance in trading, and you could always do something better. But the first thing you have to do is stuck less. Because most people suck at trading. Most people are losing. They're losing money trading, right? So before you could really excel and like tweak things at the upper end of your game, on the A+ range of your game, you need to suck less. You need to reduce your mistakes on your bad days and the days where you have a C game. Jerry Tendler has a good blog about that. It's like sucking less. That's the first step. And then once you're like break even, you're almost there. You're almost a profitable trader. There's pretty much only like a couple tweaks you have to do and just stick with. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Stay safe. If you held on to shorts, good job. I feel like I had big balls today. Or added to my shorts as well. Stuck with it. And I'll see you back tomorrow at 9:15. I'm going to go work on some content for you guys. Ciao.